Video Talk.
Hello and welcome to another Video Talk. My name is Willy and I want to talk you today about this little known film called John Carpenter's The Thing. It's a science fiction horror film from 1982, produced by Universal Pictures and directed by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russel and many other great talented men. I'm not here to talk you about the plot of this film, about the effects of this film, about the makers of this film. I'm just here to tell you about my personal opinion on this film. Now, this is a great picture, we all know that. But as I was watching it, I was thinking about the man, I don't know anybody who doesn't like this film. Everybody talks about this all the time. I think most of the people that I know consider this one of the best films ever made. Certainly one of the best horror films ever made. And I was wondering that I can do something, I can talk about something about that. Why is this considered to be so good film? So what makes this film so good that everybody keeps talking about? How great it is, how much it had influence on their lives and stuff like that. Well, it is a good film. It succeeds what it sets out to do, and that is to build this uneven feeling of incoming terror and horror. I saw this the first time from the big screen and I was very much underage. This was in Finland. The age limitation was 18 years old when it was in the cinemas, and I managed to get inside this our neighborhood. There was this neighborhood cinema, and they had this horror night. They showed Serpent at the Rainbow by Wes Craven and Pet Sematary 2. The Thing was the last movie in that night, and I think it started somewhere around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. It was very late or very early, if you will. I had heard about that this is like Alien, it's science fiction and horror, and I have always loved this combination of words, science fiction and horror. When the film started, I was hooked. I was fucking hooked. It was so terrifying. It was so atmospheric. Everything is correct here. The atmosphere, the acting, these guys, the chemistry between these guys, this suspicion, increasing suspicion, and tight direction of John Carpenter, and the photography of Dean Cundey, and of course the amazing effects. When I was a kid, I was like 12 or 13 or something when I saw it, and when I got out of the theater it was like wow. And it's one of the most pessimistic horror films I think ever made, at least in this caliber. It's a studio film made by Universal, the same fucking company that released E.T. released week later John Carpenter's Thing. Amazing. The 80s, what a great time to live. I was like 2 years old, 3 years old when this came out, so obviously I didn't go to see in the cinemas when it was first released, but gladly I saw it in the 90s afterwards. And the music by Ennio Morricone in collaboration with John Carpenter is a classic soundtrack. Christian Nyby's or Howard Hughes' The Thing from Another World, whereas that film is like a positive 15s, we can do it. This is very pessimistic 80s view of the world, that these guys are doomed from the beginning and they know it. They know they're going to die, but they want to just to kill that thing. And the ending is very ambiguous. It leaves the door open that if the child, is it the thing? There has been theories about that scene. The eyes glow and MacReady drinks the whiskey and where we see him before throwing Molotov cocktails, so we assume that his the whiskey bottle is filled with gasoline. Could be. And MacReady drinks pretending that it's whiskey and gives it to Childs, and Childs drinks it. But that is only a theory, it is never explained. When I watch it for the Hikiset Leffanörtit program, I tried to watch this. I have seen it tens of times, dozens of times, but this time I wanted to watch it, and in order to find anything wrong with this film, 3 things that I find that are a bit stupid. And the first thing, the Dr. Blair is making this computer simulation about how the thing is gonna assimilate the whole fucking world. The graphics on that simulation are pretty bad, even for 1982 standards. But that is very minor gripe. Of course, in that era of filmmaking, nobody even knew what the hell computer should look like, so it is understanding. And Ennio Morricone's great score that plays in that scene makes it okay.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Second thing about the Thing is when the Thing Blair is locked in this warehouse, he's been working on UFO. So nobody saw this Blair coming and going and getting stuff and building a fucking UFO. I think the movie would do without that scene perfectly fine. And the last gripe, end fight of this film, it's like hurried up. You know, I get almost this feeling that it's not so spectacular that it should be. So MacReady just jumps and sees this big, huge Thing coming out of the ground and changing and rolling about, and MacReady just lights up dynamite and fuck you too, throws it to the mouth of the Thing, and Thing explodes. How would that even help MacReady? Well, if you explode the Thing to bits, shouldn't all the bits just be alive on their own self? Wouldn't that just make things even worse? I don't know. But that and the other 2 gripes are just minor nitpicking that definitely not a reason to pass on this film if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it, you should see it again. What I have here is basic Blu-ray release of the Thing. I don't even have the Finnish VHS, god damn it. This is the only version I have it, and I don't recommend it this at all, because the picture quality is bullshit. I am aware that there's a remaster version by Arrow Video, but I don't have it as of now. This Blu-ray comes with a nice set of extras, and these extras are lifted directly from the first DVD, which was mind-blowing at its time. And this has probably one of the best extras that I have ever seen, and I'm talking about this documentary Terror Takes Shape. I think it's very good documentary. It's interesting and atmospheric, and it has all the makers of the film talking about it. Even though the film was not a success at the time, the makers of the film, at least in the extras, seem to be very proud that they have been a part of this film. Especially, it was a big blow for John Carpenter that it was a flop during its release. But I think JC is also very happy nowadays that he has made the Thing, because I think he knows that everybody loves this film. If you listen one feature-length commentary in your life, make sure it's from the Thing. John Carpenter and Kurt Russel talking about the film, and clearly these guys have a very good time remembering all this thing, all the crazy stuff that went down in the location, and being very proud of how crazy the film actually is. nice set of extras, but like I said, they were lifted from the previous DVD release, so no points for those. And I do believe this Arrow Video Mega Pack also have this same set of extras and a few new ones also. Yeah, The Thing, man. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Definitely watch it. I would recommend this everyone who actually loves cinema, actually loves movies. But I can understand if there's somebody in the audience that this is a bit too much, because Rob Bottin's effects are a bit way over there, and even for nowadays, these effects are very effective. And if this sort of science fiction horror appeals to you, definitely watch it, and watch it again also. I give it every day. I give this 5 stars. There's no question about it. Is this film worth 5 stars? Of course it is. This film should definitely assimilate every other film and make them as good as it is. The Thing, ladies and gentlemen, that's The Thing, and you should watch it. If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that bell button to get notified when there's a new video. If you have any requests about the films you want me to do, please tell me about it in the comment section. For more info, visit Videospace.fi, a community for video collectors and movie enthusiasts. Thank you for watching.